Dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs. He said dinosaurs.
All right, great job. This week we have no childcare, so Natashia is taking a break from the show. She will. Yeah, this is boys hour. Boys hour, yo.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Senna. Thank you, Mom.
Why is he Senna?
The race car driver.
Oh, okay. The Brazilian. Oh, wow.
Brazilian race car driver,
Yeah.
Senna Aridin. So,
Damn.
it's like Major League, when the guy goes, if you hit it, you can name it.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, you carry it, you name it.
Yeah.
So she named him Senna.
Wow, nice. That's good.
That's a Natasha special. I know you're like, did you live in Brazil?
Yeah. My mom's from Rio, so I grew up going back and forth.
Word.
Yeah, so
he's named after Senna
Yeah,
Aridin.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's fire. I don't know about it.
Definitely. Rogers, what kind of, I didn't know, is Rogers a Brazilian?
No, that's my dad's American. I mean, he's like Italian, but his dad was like Irish-ish, so that's where Rogers come from. Kind of, I mean, Harold Rogers don't sound Brazilian.
No, yeah. But I
still
knew
got
you
that.
lived there for a
Yeah.
while. And then, we also have the big homie Sean. Sean is Natasha this week. He's our
I'm
co-host.
Natasha this week.
Yeah, the Aquarius baddie, Sean Thor Conroe. that was the best comment on the post when you were on the show. This shorty was just like, "Oh, the Aquarius baddie."
I don't know how I feel about that, but I'll take it.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
It's
I
the
loved
Aquarius full moon
Yeah,
tonight,
Aquarius
isn't
full
it?
moon tonight. Yeah,
Oh.
we locked in.
Oh shit. I mean, I feel like Sean has a lot of the girly lit fans.
Yeah.
You notice that?
I don't know if it's true. We've been over this. Eddie thinks I got. I mean, maybe on the
Sure,
low.
yo,
No,
The
I
king
think
of
you
shorty
should.
lit.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, no, but Harold,
Damn.
talk to us. I know you're a boxing trainer,
Yeah.
a comedian, but more than anything, I feel like a novelist,
Yeah,
and a writer,
yeah.
humorist.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I got the second novel coming out. I got my first novel was out in 2023, which is Tropicalia, right, which is in Brazil.
Yup.
And then the second novel is coming out next year. It's Humpty Dumpty is what it's called, and that's set in Ohio,
Yeah,
where I grew up
yeah.
too,
Yeah, I remember the high school you went to. Sean was telling me about.
Yeah,
There was
that-
the thing going on at the high school.
There was a big thing in 2012, a big sexual assault case that became like a national scandal. It was like the first Me Too story, in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and
then-
you were in school there.
I was at the other high school in town, but for the book, I kind of made it happen at my high school. There were two high schools in town, right?
Yeah.
But, I mean, I knew the guys and stuff.
Harold
you
got
know, I
dunked
mean,
on by the guys.
I did. I got dunked on. No, for real. And then they.
Well, tell us the whole thing so everybody knows. Start from the top.
Well, it was just so there were these two football players at a party, right? And they sexually assaulted this girl, and they probably drugged her, and they took her to somewhere else, and they were taking pictures of shit going on, and they were like, other people were tweeting about it, so there was like a whole paper trail and shit like on the internet, right, and pictures and everything like that. And then the town covered it up because they were good football players, right? And the sheriff and the football everyone covered it up. And then like months later, like on New Year's Eve, you went on the school's website, and it was like the anonymous hacker group had hacked it, and they doxed everybody, and it turned into like a big, it was a big fucking story.
Yeah, what high school was it?
It was Steubenville High School, right? I'm from Steubenville,
Yeah.
but
I remember that just from
yeah,
No,
20
same. I'm
Yeah.
just playing stupid because I
course,
gotta
of
ask
course.
questions.
You're a good interviewer. You're a good
Because I'm like,
interviewer.
yo,
You're a
start
good
from the top, sir. No, yeah. I remember it felt like an old timey story. Like we would watch movies or read books or hear about stuff like this growing up, where like football players just got to run crazy
and the good team, the undefeated team or whatever. I don't know
Yeah,
if they're
do whatever they
undefeated, but
wanted to,
yeah.
like that movie, The Program. But
Yeah.
this was the first moment I saw, like, oh, they're gonna go down.
Yeah.
And it was cool to see the culture flip.
and they,
that way.
but I mean, they kind of got off pretty easy. I mean, they got one of them got a year in juvie, another one got 2 years.
Yeah.
And then I mean, one of them dunked on me.
at least they got doxed.
Yeah, they did.
But
And then
one dunked on you.
after the other one, I had to wrestle after he got out of
Damn.
juvie, and he was a better wrestler.
Was he more
Yeah,
brolic?
yeah. I mean, he
was
he
pent
wiped
up,
the
dude.
floor with me. It was it was pretty embarrassing.
Damn. Where are they now?
I don't know. You know, I don't see them around town or anything. You know,
Usually they end up like selling insurance or used
Yeah.
cars. Or like Vin Baker, like the manager of Starbucks. Shout out Vin Baker. you know?
Fictionalized forever in Harold's novel.
yeah. That's
I'm
what-
excited for this
Yeah, it's
novel.
good.
Yeah. But how did you like get to like start writing and shit? Because for me, I became a fan off of one bar on your Substack when you made a joke about goths.
Oh, it was the God story that they were fighting in St. Mark's.
Yeah. And you were describing the goths fighting in St. Mark's. I was like, yo, this dude is ill.
Yeah,
like the shit you're noticing is type funny. And like, that's how I became a fan of your writing.
Nice.
But like, how did it all start and how did the novel come out?
I was just like, I started writing. I was always kind of, I felt like literary instincts, right? But I started seriously writing like right after high school, like right after I graduated. And then I would try to write a short story every day. Then I would send them to my girlfriend at the time. And if she had to like read right away or give me feedback or I'd get really mad. And if she didn't like it, like I would like freak out. If she didn't like my writing, I would really go crazy. You know, I mean, I put her through a lot.
Yeah.
But it was a good, you know, I was just writing so much. And then after I was boxing in college, right? And then I didn't know what I wanted to do. I applied to one MFA program at Columbia and I got in. And then, you know, I was just working on the novel there.
Good school.
Yeah. I mean, that's where I met Sean, right? We
That's
met
where
on
we
the...
met.
You went to Columbia too?
Yeah.
Yo, I went to Columbia Film School
Oh, you
one
did?
summer.
Oh, bro.
Damn, Columbia. 116
Columbia,
stand up,
right.
116 in Amsterdam.
Yeah, I met
Prime alma
Sean at
maters
the
right here.
new student event. And,
Yeah.
We got
and then,
turned.
Yeah, we did get turned.
Yeah.
And then he
Now-
lost the Fuckboy manuscript.
Yeah.
It was the only manuscript there was. He hand wrote it and he lost his backpack with it in. And then he didn't have nowhere to stay.
It was an
so
open bar, bro. We drank
yeah.
too much, bro.
He crashed on the floor of my hotel room.
Yeah.
and
That's how we
then,
met, bro.
and then he found the Fuckboy the next day.
That's
Yeah.
so
Or
ill.
Fuckboy was almost lost forever.
Fuck,
Dude,
man.
through August, through that first stretch, all handwritten, no other copies, just carrying around in my backpack like a psycho.
like,
bro.
I
Who is
never
this
would
guy?
be
I
just
was like-
whispering X-Bay around the house. I'd be imitating Sean's writing all the time around the house. It's super fucking funny. It's super funny. It's dope when you are a fan of your homies writing.
Yeah.
And then like I'll talk in Hulk Hogan voice, Guy Fieri, or like Sean. Super fucking funny, man. But no, that's fly. So y'all college buddies.
Yeah.
Well, from the MFA,
Yeah,
from the
from the
MFA.
MFA.
So it was 2019.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Word. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I went
Like
to
I was
this-
I was in the program still when Fuckboy sold.
Oh,
But it was
wow.
like zoomed out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Yeah.
yeah.
We were only there for like 6 months.
Yeah, we were there for like that fall and then COVID dropped.
Oh.
But we were still in the city, so
Word.
Yeah.
MFA is usually what, 2 years?
Yeah.
And then y'all just bounced after 6 months?
well, yeah.
No. I mean, we stayed on
in
just
it,
like
but
doing Zoom and shit, but it was like, you know, it was,
created our own MFA.
yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's what you meant by zoomed out. I
Yeah,
thought you meant
zoomed
really
out.
like
No,
bounced.
yeah,
I was like, oh,
no,
cool,
exactly. Yeah,
But-
when you in that environment, like the Zoom shit was everywhere, but obviously
No, I went there for the summer film program 04. And I had shot this like student film in a liquor store parking lot in undergrad.
fire.
My film teacher in undergrad just sent it and applied for me. And I didn't even know. And he's like, I got you a scholarship, go to Columbia. I was like, oh, word. And I went and I filmed this short film called Reverse the Curse about an Asian hot dog vendor that was just neurotic about dick size, but looking at foot-long hot dogs all day. Reverse the Curse. It was like a Chinese Woody Allen-esque film. And they were like, yo, this shit's so ill, but like, why the vendor gotta be Chinese? Like, because everybody laughs at their trash-ass dicks. And the teacher's like, can you make it Jewish? Because their dicks are, he's like, our dicks are terrible too. And I was like, but like, I understand the Chinese experience.
Yeah, why couldn't he be Chinese?
I was like, why can't you just be Chinese? And he was like, well, Hollywood will never let you cast like an Asian lead. And I was like, I don't care, man. I'm just like
Yeah.
shooting a student. Get the fuck off me.
Get the fuck off
and
me.
I quit film after that, but I loved going to Columbia. Like that neighborhood was so fun.
Is that how you moved to New York?
Yeah.
Loki, that's how I finally moved
Yeah.
to New York too. I had
Yeah.
a reason to.
And I will never forget it because I was copying mixtapes like Dipset, G Unit, and that was the summer Lloyd Banks had that song Cake.
Of
And it was
course.
just playing all over Harlem. It was
Yeah.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm listening to Fresh Out the. I'm at the point where you give the recipe, right
oh,
now.
word. Yeah. The ultimate recipe
Yeah,
showdown
yeah.
shit.
But you were in Pittsburgh? That's where
Yeah, I was in Pittsburgh for a year.
Steubenville's
freshman
like
year.
right by Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
like.
so-
They all called each other yins out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
The food, I loved Pittsburgh.
Yeah, you talked about the Permane sandwich. That was
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
that.
people in Pittsburgh is cool. Like they're like the American people that
Yeah.
I imagine in the like Industrial Revolution. You know,
Yeah,
that like
yeah,
photo
yeah.
of people like sitting
For
with
sure.
their
I mean,
helmets.
it's a steel
and
town,
lunchboxes.
right?
Yeah, steel
I
town.
mean that's
Yeah.
that's what
That's
Steubenville
so
was
funny.
like,
Lloyd
too.
Banks is just playing everywhere in Harlem when
Yeah.
you're there at Columbia.
I remember that
when I was there, it was and I was in Harlem all through the pandemic. Everything it was 100% Pop Smoke everywhere all the time.
Yeah, man.
R.I.P. to go.
Yeah.
but-
So, I mean,
and that's your
2019.
boy.
Yeah,
That's your boy.
2019. That was the year he went crazy.
Yeah, it went crazy.
We shot the movie 2019 in September 2019. We
so
shot the
crazy.
film.
That's exactly what. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
when we
I
first
just
moved out
seen
here.
that. Was he dunking and stuff?
Oh, I mean, I
Sean
love
said
Pop.
no way.
Okay, so
Yeah,
this is
that's
the
what I
thing.
said too. I
Pop
said-
is type athletic. Like,
Yeah.
really was nice. I think he was like a top 100 recruit in high school.
Oh,
before
word?
Oh, so he could actually play.
He could really
Yeah.
play before he went to jail, but then he got fat in jail and he came out. And I remember the first day, he's like, "Yo, big dog, feeling a little doughy." You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, I get you in the tech shit." You know, like we put him in the slim fit tech. He's like, "Yeah, I like that." And then when it got to the dunking, he's like, "I can't get up like I used to." So we lowered the hoop and we got him on the box.
Nice.
And but he looked good. Like he looked good getting up, and he's type strong. Like
Yeah.
Pop, big shoulders, super
Yeah.
strong, ill spin move. Like
Yeah.
when we were rehearsing and practicing,
Yeah.
like his spin move's crazy, like in a Larry Johnson way.
Nice.
He's very tough to get around, strong arm, but he couldn't get up like he used to. So we had to put the
Doughy.
box there for him.
That's fire.
Yeah.
You know, I was like talking to these two comics. I was out having a drink, and I was like, "Oh, I seen the movie Pop Smoke," and they were like, "Who's Pop Smoke?" I was like, I mean, I was like, I didn't know that, there's levels to whiteness.
Yeah.
I was like, this is different. This is
No, he really, I think, was the last great rapper.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
For real.
I mean,
Like,
it was an anthem of an era. Endemic
yeah,
of an era.
that-
When you become
Yeah.
an endemic of an era, that's like a different level, you know?
yeah,
To
I
me,
think
at least.
nerds talk about rappers like this bar and this
Yeah.
and but I'm like, to me, a great rapper is like you just put the city on your back.
Yeah, for sure.
Like whatever city you from, if you can get that city on your back, like then you the greatest. You know?
I look at Pop, like, I thought that Pop's that run, that period, like, he was like, it was like the resistance anthem to like the times, because like all the parks were closed. Like, it was 129 and 5th, or 130. It was 131 in Lenox to 129 and 5th, that area I was living, and the parks were closed and the hoops were down, and everyone would just hang like still at the park, but just like outside the gate. Like, you know what I mean? Like, still congregate at
That's
the park.
crazy
but
that they
outside,
closed
and
they took the
just
hoops
like
down.
just be playing like Pop Smoke like loud as fuck.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Every single car door open was
Yeah.
was welcome to the party.
Yeah.
Dior. I really like that PTSD joint.
Yeah.
That
All
shit
that
was
shit.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was probably just the beginning of the most depressing 5 years of my life. Was just literally the day he died, and then 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, the pandemic happened,
Yeah.
and I was just like, I'm out. I just bounced into
No,
Taiwan. I couldn't take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it sounds like that. His music sounds like that. Like a funeral dirge or something like that. I feel
Yeah,
like.
yeah,
You know
because
what I'm
trap
saying?
music has all those funeral
Yeah.
chords. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
all minor funeral chords
Yeah.
with that bass. You know, I mean, it's built off funeral music.
Yeah, for
You know,
real.
horrorcore. I think like
Yeah,
kind
exactly.
of like horror keys and horror chords and
Yeah.
shit like that. But no, I mean, it was like the world was going like this when Pop came out, and then just bang.
Yeah.
For real.
And I feel like that should have like the universe gives you like a great moment,
Mm.
and then just bop, it's gone.
You seen the Eddington yet?
No.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
No,
It's just a movie.
You know,
about the pandemic.
he says something that I was gonna talk about with us though. Is
Yeah.
that you were writing and giving it to your shorty,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's like I feel like all three of us is like all of our work is like a collaboration with the shorty we're with in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like we all write for places, and in every single one of our articles, it's like the shorty is like the main character
Yeah, for
besides
sure.
ourselves.
Because I mean that I mean, there's nothing Gabby likes more than be writing about her. She's obsessed. I mean, she's obsessed with that.
Oh, good. She really likes it.
She does.
You're not being ironic.
No, she likes it. She really likes it.
Does Amelia like it?
I mean, because that's the thing. Like when we're in the program, in the program, like, you know, I put all the fuckboy pages through the MFA program, and people would be like, especially dudes, be like, "Oh, you're like obviously writing about different." I was like, "You don't know anything. Like, the only thing that, you know, a girl wants is for you to write about them and describe them. You know what I'm saying? On some level, like, but yeah, I mean, she, you know, she'll demand it, and then I don't know if she likes it after, but."
Yeah, they'll like to be seen and read. I mean, everybody wants to be seen and understood, right?
For
At
sure.
the end of the day, I think.
And observed and described and
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like I'll speak for myself. Like, I started writing because I definitely had no communication with my parents and didn't feel seen or understood by my extended family, my family, anybody. So I started writing and be like, maybe someone will read this shit and be like, yo, I see what you're seeing, you know? And so, of course, I feel like when you with someone, they're gonna like it. But my girl, Natashia, remember when you were on, she got tight about I took some liberties with the fiction and interpreted like a supercharged important moment of our lives, and she was pissed.
Yeah.
She's fucking pissed.
Then you say you wrote it from like her perspective?
Yeah, I wrote a chapter from her POV, but fictionalized it a little. And she was just like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Either it's truly my perspective or like not me at all.
Yeah.
Like, don't be fictionalizing my POV. I was like, all right, cool. Then I'll fictionalize my POV.
Yeah.
You know? So we took out all the chapters from her POV.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it depends on like, you know, there's some things I'm not allowed to write. That Gabby's like, don't write about that. And then I'm like, you know, it's navigating, you know, there's an interesting story or something, trying to write it in a way that's palatable and like, you know. That,
wait, I'm just remembering one time you wrote one story on Substack.
Actually, that was actually bad. That was actually bad.
Harold
I forgot about that.
You'll text me if we got a link.
Yeah.
You don't call me out of the blue that often.
No, but
unless they were like, you know.
Yeah.
And it was the middle of the day. I get a call from, and I never heard him like this. He was like, "Yo, look at the story I just posted. Can you read it real quick?" I was like, "I read it, dude. Yeah, you went crazy." And he was like, "It's fine, right? It's fine."
Yeah.
And I was like, I mean, you know, it was a little wild because, you know, and then he was like, "All right, I'm walking across town. I'm walking to Gabby's right now. I gotta fix it." Like, he was just
because that was somewhere it was like, you know, I was just like. You know, I just felt inspired. I was like, I'm going to take something, because I write like private journals and shit. I was just like, I'm going to take some entries from my private journal and just like put them into, like, try to make a little story about it, but really not fictionalize it much. And I mentioned like some beef that, you know, was happening with my family and with Gabby and shit. So I was like going into beef, and I was like being explicit about some shit. And she called me, and I didn't even tell her I was going to post it. And I posted it, and she was like, what the fuck is this? Are you crazy? Like, you can't put that out.
I love shit like that.
Yeah, and I was like, but I feel good about what I wrote. You know, it's sick.
And it's real.
And it's real.
Yeah.
But, you know, you gotta.
How did it end up? Like, did you get to keep it up?
Yeah, I kept it up. I kept it up.
I like it.
I kept it up. You know,
How long did you have to be celibate for after?
It was a little bit. There was always. See, there's consequences.
There's consequences.
There's always consequences.
Yeah.
But that, I mean, also, like, if you writing something that's not gonna have any consequences, then it's not reverberating at all.
I agree.
There should be consequences.
I
to
agree.
stuff you write.
I'm constantly facing consequences to what I do.
Tell me
but
about it,
I'm
bro.
like, yo, that's just the life.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're not really doing it if there are no consequences.
Yeah, for sure.
If everyone just like loves what you're saying and love what you're doing, like, then you're not really challenging.
Yeah,
anyone.
definitely.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Fire. I'm gonna read that post.
Yeah, you gotta read
sure.
that story.
Yeah. No, but I really enjoyed reading your shit where it was like you were trying to like find parking in, was it France?
Oh, in Bordeaux, yeah.
Bordeaux.
Yeah.
You were trying to find parking in Bordeaux, and your girl like clearly had like found the parking spot.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, it's a parking garage for bicycles.
Yeah.
And she's like, nah, I think it's for cars.
Yeah.
You're like, it's just for bicycles. And she's like, have you ever seen a parking garage just for bicycles?
Yeah, I mean, I really like, that's something that if I'm wrong and I'm like embarrassed and she points. She knows I'm wrong. I just like feel it just makes me so angry, and then I react explosively. You know, I'm pretty good afterward, like recognizing what I did, but there's you know, it's just that I feel humiliated, right?
Same.
I don't want to feel like, because you got to be, you know, especially you traveling around too. You got to be like, I'm the man. I'm making decisions. I'm driving us around. You know, and then all of a sudden I'm wrong, and then everything just crumbles.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
all three of us is similar. Like Sean's too. It's like he's trying to speak Japanese in Japan, can't speak Japanese for shit.
Yo, I can speak
this is a point of
Japanese, bro.
contention. He thinks he
I
can speak Japanese.
No,
I don't
you can't.
know.
No, you can't.
I'm tired of this slander, bro.
No,
I'm doing all kinds of transactions.
Yeah.
bro.
You were.
buying-
You
know what
was
I'm
up in
saying?
Family Mart fucking
Yeah.
copying mad
Yeah.
shit.
I'm getting
Japanese.
blackout talking to my uncle, like mixing some Spanish in accidentally every now and then. But for the most part, you know, getting my point across. Oh man.
But no, I feel like reading Places review, it's like you get the trilogy of like the knucklehead literary
Yeah.
dudes trying to travel with the shorties,
Yeah.
and the shorties
Yeah.
just like, you guys are morons.
It's a troubadour. It's a troubadour love poetry.
Yeah.
You know that in the 1300s. That's like they would just write these like simp stories.
They
wow,
all
that's
had a
what we're
lady,
doing.
right? They
Yeah.
and they're just writing poems to one lady.
Because it's often like, it's like medieval knight shit, you know, where you have the one lady you protect. But then sometimes it'd be about somebody else. Like Dante, you know, go to Dante. His wife like left him, and he started remembering this. It's all about this woman, Beatrice. That was just like a woman he knew when he was like 20, and she died. So he just like idealizes him for her for like, and imagines like meeting her in the afterlife and stuff.
I read that shit about Beatrice. That shit's fire. But I want to run the question by. It's like, you know, when you're young, like I would read shit like John Donne, right? Or like things that are very like individualistic, like American literature. I think romantic literature encourages you to be like individualistic and free. But I genuinely feel like Natashia has made me a better person simply because I consider how she would feel and what she thinks based on my actions. And like, I guess it makes me slightly codependent and slightly less independent. But then I'm like, I do feel I'm a better person because I'm not just considering myself anymore, which is super fucking basic. But like, I don't know, like, how do y'all, I feel it makes me better. Some of my homies are like, bro, what happened to you? Like, you know, you used to just not give a fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, like, I give a fuck now, man. I learned to give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, so though I think that a lot of that literature, you know, at least my perspective on the old, is about living with other people, like having to, like John Donne, even, I mean, his big thing is no man is an island, right? I mean, I don't know Donne like that, but, you know, but I do feel like, you know, really getting to know someone and valuing their perspective and, you know, really caring about what they think. I mean, I think that's an important step in developing yourself as a person.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think as a young dude, I idolized writers that were like solo and isolated, like Thoreau or Wordsworth or whatever, you know, like Ernest Hemingway. I loved Ernest Hemingway, Old Man in the Sea shit, you know. But as I got older, I'm just like, yo, you do have to open up. Like, I think the best version of me is like commingled and entangled with Natashia, which I'm loving it. And then I really love reading your guys' shit because you're vulnerable about it too.
Yeah.
Like, we'll all be like, I disappointed her. I took her to the wrong restaurant. I ordered the wrong food. I spoke poor Japanese.
Stop clowning me, bro. I see.
I think too, it's good like having someone that you'd be like so embarrassed to disappoint. Like you don't want, I have a certain standard I want to uphold because I'm just like, man, I know Gabby sees me really well. And if I fuck it up, you know, she'll see that.
Yeah, if I go out with y'all and we eat some yakitori and I shit my pants, I'm like, cool. I'm gonna just throw my drawers out. If I do that with Natashia, I'm like, I'm a loser. I failed. It smells like rotten bananas around here.
Damn.
No, it's true because once somebody sees you, you don't want to like sully that.
Yeah,
I feel in a way.
definitely.
You know?
Yeah, it's crazy though when because if you're writing about a live situation that's happening, like Dean hit me back and he was like, yo, like I read your piece finally, like I was crying, like it's so good to hear that like you're on a good one with I don't know, when you put yourself out like that, then it's like just time's always moving and time's always changing, and people read something, they're like, oh wow, like yeah, you're always on a good one. I'm not always on a good one. Like that was I wrote that a month ago about, I don't know, but it's hard.
You got to read part 1.
Yeah.
No, that's the thing I related to, is because like you had a line that was really ill. You were like, things were going well and I could just feel an argument coming.
Yeah.
I feel that too. When I'm doing so well with Natashia and family and like everything, you just coasting. I'm like, fuck man, what's the next argument gonna be? And I start to think and try to predict it.
Yeah.
You can never predict it. It comes out of nowhere and then you just got.
Yeah.
And oh man, like that's the worst feeling.
No, but I mean, that's like, things just break, like things are always the same, you know. You could just say, I know when I'm gonna get in a fight for Gabby or my family or something, because it's just like statistically likely around this time, you know. I mean, I don't know math like that, but I do, you know.
Yeah, it's like shooting dice. Like 7 is coming.
Yeah.
7, I hit 3 points. Like 7 is fucking coming, man.
Yeah,
Pick
it's
the
about
chips
time
up.
for that.
Yeah.
But that's the good thing about, I think that's one of the best things about writing. And, you know, before when I wrote the first book, I was just like, I wrote that. That was it. That was my first publication. And then Sean was always telling me like, oh, why don't you write shorter stuff, this and that, you know? But with the Substack, now I'm writing all the time, and I'm writing like these journals all the time. And it's, you know, you're capturing the moments as it changes too, you know? So there's at least some record of that moment.
And you get to reflect on yourself. Like,
Yeah,
your
true.
crazy ass sent in 100 pages, and I read it all. I was like, "This is all fire," but we gotta break it down.
Yeah, I mean, you can't publish that.
Yeah, we gotta break it down to eighths and grams and you know things
exactly,
like that.
exactly.
But
The
no,
the wholesale pack.
it's just cool to see somebody that truly, like, you love Gabby.
Yeah,
Like, it's
for
so
sure.
clear you love Gabby, and it's just cool to see that. Even when you love someone, it's probably like that you love someone so much that you make mistakes.
Yeah.
Because like I get really down on myself when we beef, but to see other people like y'all that is as conscientious, loves them as much, still fucking up, I'm like, all right, cool. We all fucking up.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's you try to uphold some standard of yourself. You're gonna make mistakes. You're not gonna live up to it. But that's what the writing is good for, you know. I mean, I felt like with the 2 novels too, like I worked so much shit out about my past and how I was feeling about my childhood, and just like things change. It helps you develop as a person. You know, I don't know, like, you know, people who ain't writing or have some kind of practice, some kind of art like that filters what you're experiencing and what you're learning through, you know, your own thoughts. Like, I don't know how you go through the world without doing that.
Yeah, you have to reflect. I'm hyped to see Amelia write the like Japan trip from her POV.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's the piece I'm like really excited
Yeah,
for.
dude.
Is she gonna do it?
Yeah.
We gotta let her go off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause like Sean, like some of my favorite shit in Sean's shit is when he just overheats. Like, I just need some cigs, man. I just need to
Yeah, I
smoke
know.
some cigs. I just want to see from Amelia's people like, oh, this
Yeah, I
motherfucker
want to
smoking
see it
cigs
too.
again.
I want to see it too. I gotta hear. I have to see the explanation because I don't understand.
I don't know if you like it so much.
What?
Reading yourself?
Reading myself?
Yeah, do
what
you?
you mean?
I don't know. I just feel like you rather write about someone than read them writing about you.
Oh, reading someone else
Yeah,
write about
yeah.
me? I mean, you dish it out. You got to take it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bro, what if she says you speak bad Japanese?
She doesn't know.
Yeah, she don't. Yeah, you're right. She don't know. She don't know. She don't know.
Yeah. No, it's real. It's real. We going hard like that with these pieces, bro.
Oh,
It's
okay,
a
if
new
you
way.
could predict, if we play some bets,
Yeah.
right? What do you think she's gonna say?
I mean, she gonna have
probably
her. She
know.
gonna have her gripes. She got her reasons.
Okay, what's her biggest complaints of you?
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you can do a lot for someone, but it's never enough. You know.
Damn, Sean is avoiding. He's really eluding the
Yeah.
question. Yo,
No,
come on, Sean.
I
Top
am,
3 things.
I am.
Top 3 things Amelia hates about you. Let's hear it.
No, I'm just saying, you know, you could, you know, as a man, you feel like you're doing a lot, but as a, beautiful lady, you could always get, there could always be more.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Okay, Sean, we're
There's
gonna
no-
ask. We're
there's
gonna
no-
ask
there's
Harold
no
top
cap
3
on
things
it.
Gabby hates about you. Then we can come back to you, Sean.
I think sometimes I get a little delusional She's like, I mean, I really feel like a lot of times I'm floating, or she really pulls me back down there in a good way, in a positive way. And then sometimes I'm just like, she don't follow what I'm talking. I'm trying to do something. She's just like, what are you doing? You're like being insane right now. And then, you know, my insanity, probably she thinks I'm a little crazy sometimes.
That actually is it. Because in order to create these,
You're gonna take Harold's
no, I'm not
answer.
gonna. I'm just saying, in order to create these, these like timeless artworks, I gotta like go into like a trance state, into a trance state. I gotta invite the vision. I gotta stay up at night. I gotta just like, I gotta like, and that's not. After like 3 nights of that, like it's not. It's just not a good
separation because you
I gotta like walk around at night. I gotta do weird shit. I gotta do weird hobo shit.
I do this.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
do this.
Well,
and she
I
doesn't
start
like
doing
she doesn't like
we're both Asian. You start doing the old Chinaman walk.
Yeah. yeah, exactly. I gotta pace around. I gotta squat. Just stay squatted. Yeah, and like I feel like it's like it's I don't know. It's
Asian neurosis is some different shit, man. It's fucked up. I would say, all right, we're gonna come back to you again because you took Harold's answer. I would say my shit. I think the number one thing that drives Natashia crazy with me is that when I'm stressed out with something that like I feel trapped by, like especially with Hollywood, certain times it's just like you can work as hard, you can be as honest, and people just play you. And when I'm dealing with liars or manipulative people, it really stresses me out and I feel trapped. And then I start to pick on other things about the people or surroundings. Like, you know what? If you just supported me a little bit more, I could get through this. And she's like, what?
Yeah.
And it's like, it has nothing to do with Natashia. It has everything to do with my stress. She does support me. And I'm just like, I start to feel like I'm not good enough. Then I start to feel like the people around me aren't good enough. And it's like, no, everybody here is good enough. The people we work with are ass.
Yeah.
Like that is it. And so like, I think that's my biggest flaw is starting to feel not good enough and then dragging everybody down on the not good enough train.
Yeah.
I'm about to just
You're gonna steal that one.
I'm gonna keep stealing
that one too.
No, but like it was making me think of. I'm about to just pivot slightly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, it's fine. But like
We
it
can
was,
keep going,
it was
dude.
making me think of this. Like
It's a draft.
a minute ago, you texted me somewhere we were talking about doing this pod, and you were like, what was it? It might have just been a long Substack note or something. Do you remember that? You texted me some, but we should talk about this. And it was kind of just about
traveling and writing about shorties traveling.
Right? No,
But it was a reading
about,
thing because you
it was
sent that
about,
to.
Oh no, yeah, it was about
boys,
how
young
your
men.
girls will get your shorties will get you watching and reading things you normally wouldn't and open your mind, which is like a basic concept.
yeah.
But we were like, ew.
Oh, no. I thought you said something about like. Okay, my bad.
It was like it was something in that too, where there's some books for boys or something like that.
There's no like books, like there's no like, because I seen another thing. Someone sent me another thing yesterday, and it was like 80% of, it was just like book sales are way down. 80% of books are like, it was probably from a minute ago. I don't know if you remember, but it was like 80% of people who buy books are like women and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And like. I don't know. I mean, you're talking about, people on Hollywood or whatever, but not just being whack or whatever. But I think like it's a weird thing where I feel like I shouldn't have a book out on a like a major press. I feel like I shouldn't be like known as like I'm not mainstream, but just like a, like reviewed in all the major publications and stuff, because I feel like all my 20s, I was like just driving at exactly what I think is like my wave. And, even like the way you're so good at making shit happen in Hollywood, and like you've done so much stuff. Your career is crazy. Like I don't have that gene of like being able to like participate and like think about what's palatable to people. So I feel like Fuckboy was like, or just everything was like a weird set of circumstances where I was focused exactly on like roaming around at night, traveling places, not all the time, but like as an idea. And then now it's like I seen this article and it was like women buy all the books. Like lit bros are done. Like there used to be an era where like the publishing industry doesn't want any books like this anymore. And I was like texting some people like, yeah, this is like a real psyop where they actually don't want like young dudes like reading like lit bros can play video games. We shouldn't even try to write books for men because they're not buying books. And then, you know, if like Amelia sees that, she's like, her logic is way more like social.
Write
so
something
like,
else.
Right? She's like, you need to go upstate. You need to write a book that's gonna really get the girls excited. The girls who buy books excited. I was like,
Diary of an Aquarius baddie.
Yeah.
Like that shit go crazy.
That's pretty
Fresh off the Aquarius baddie.
I'm saying I need to go further into my own shit.
But also,
you know
like
what I'm saying?
the thing is, I feel like
that's a conflict.
It you know, I mean, I assume this is the way you do stuff too. Like, if you're chasing some kind of trend, if you're trying to do, I'm going to try to be like that, it's just never going to work out. You know, the only thing that ever work out is you got the singular vision, and if you're lucky, there'll be a confluence of circumstances that will resonate with other people. But you can't try to be making nothing for nobody else.
You must be an alien. You must be an alien.
Exactly.
You gotta write some crazy avant-garde piece for our new
UCR
mag.
mag?
Class 2,
I'm with it because like
through.
I've written crazy shit as pen names, and I'll say, you know, I'm your straight up biggest fan.
Yeah.
You know, like just straight up, because you are so specific to you and you're so loyal to yourself. It's like, I think that the reason why I've been able to get some shit done is not because like whatever, it's not a talent thing. It's that I think I'm slightly more malleable, like as a Pisces. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm adaptable just as a spirit. And like, I think that I have bumped up against my own feelings in the last 10 years is because like I did have people in my head. Like when I wrote Fresh Off the Boat, I thought about like, how are my parents going to feel? How are my cousins going to feel? How are Asian Americans going to feel? I took like everyone's thoughts into consideration, even though it seems like that book is so like one-sided and specific. I'm like, yo, my actual feelings are even more insane. And reading people like you, watching someone from like my favorite films, reading like Otessa Moshvi, I was very inspired to just be like, yo, I've done enough work that takes other people's thoughts into consideration. And I just want to be true and more loyal to myself. And the illest thing is like how you talk about Gabby will ground you, right? The biggest thing Natashia has done, she has pushed me like off a ledge to be more myself.
Yeah.
And she's like, you're good enough. Like, do not try to don't let people water you down. Just be you. And like that novel I sent to Sean, like Sean's one of the only people who read my novel. That I think is the closest thing to who I really am.
Wait, what's it called?
Basic Blues.
Basic Blues.
Yeah, I got the name from a random Troy Ave mixtape. He had a song, Basic Blues. Yeah, he was like, life is like Levi's, Basic Blues. And I was like, I feel you, dog.
Yeah,
like it's just a lot of like blunt force emotional trauma.
Did you feel you could be like, you know, truer with the thing because it was fiction and it's not the memoir?
Yeah, and it's auto-fictional like Fuckboy. You know, like I was truly, I never will be like inspired from someone and not give credit. Sean, I was inspired reading Fuckboy and was just like, yo, I'm gonna shoot the fair one too, because I've been softening my edges for people for so long. And it was interesting to go out to editors. I've showed it to a few editors besides Chris Jackson. And people are like, yo, I love this, but this is like a stick of dynamite. Like this is a different version of you.
It's a blast.
Yeah. And
blast.
people were like, yeah, the base is this type of reader right now. Like, I don't know how they're gonna react, but I love it. And I think to Amelia's point and like Natasha's point is, yo, there are all these complaints about like young men just playing video games, just gooning. Yo, because they don't have literature to relate to.
Yeah.
No one's putting it out. And if you really want these young men to be like 360, like fully formed humans, like they need to hear about people making mistakes and successes.
For sure.
Can't just be like, this is a squeaky clean dude. You know, he's a performative male. Like, I feel like performative male narratives work right now.
Yeah.
But like, who is that dude with like wired headphones, a tote bag, listening to Charlie XCX, sitting at Clandestino with like a copy of like Ulysses? You know what I mean? Like, that's performative.
Yeah.
That's not a real dude.
That's what I'm saying. That archetype doesn't really exist of like a certain type of a guy who would like be like, yeah, I'm also a guy who like buys a book and like reads it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. The solution is not to be like, oh, disregard that whole like section of society. The solution is to create that archetype.
Yeah, and I think a lot of young men have just absorbed the POV and lens of women. And it's like, yo, the point was to be aware of this.
Yeah.
And like try to understand and like have connectivity. But it wasn't to just like start wearing crop tops and fucking absorb all of their thoughts. Now you're Rachel Dolezal women.
No, it is like, it just feels like there's so much going on to try to like rot the brain of young men and to like get them out of society. Like, I mean, I see this with like sports betting now. And I mean, my dad was a bookie. My dad started online gambling. He was the first person to take bets online.
Wow.
Crazy,
and O-Dog?
No, it was Carib Sports in Antigua. He started Carib Sports. Wow. And you know what? I mean,
let me hold something.
Yeah, no, I mean, the feds raided my fucking house when I was 7 years old. They you know, he beat 2 federal cases, right? He don't got no, I mean, these people got billions of dollars. But to say like, I mean, I fuck with gambling, right? I've been around the shit my whole life. Yeah. And now I just see it's just these dumb, I got a 5-team parlay. And it's just like, it's serious. Like, I've never seen so many dumb fucks in my life. I got a strat. Like, it's just so stupid. It's like, no, seriously, like men.
You're not hitting the 9-leg.
Yeah,
you're not hitting it.
No, you're not. Like, stop. I don't want your fucking gambling. If you were gonna win, the apps would fucking throw you off. It's a fucking algorithm. You're not gonna be a winner. Like, I don't want your fucking advice.
Hilarious.
But I mean, like, men used to know something, right? And it used to be valued. Charles Darwin wrote a whole book about worms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we bring it back. We bring back teaching.
And
you know what I'm saying? We are for real, bro.
And it's like, and you see these dudes
knowing things,
and they're like, oh, you know, women don't. I can't get it. Try knowing something. Maybe
what do you know about? Tell me about. Right? Teach me something.
You're right. Exactly. Yeah. Like instead of but it is like fucking a cultural side. I'll play video games. Here's the bettings for you. You know, all this and that. You know, fucking go goon all day, right?
Yeah, I think everyone, men, women, whatever, like young people now, is just like, yo, I just need to project the image of knowledge, the image of like having depth.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
there's people aren't skilled.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like most of my interest comes from like hobbies and work and like practicing a craft, learning about it, like. I think that's really missing.
Yeah, learning.
I feel like your basis too is like cooking. A lot of stuff comes from cooking. You got to actually know how to do that.
Yeah, skill it. Yeah.
You can't pretend to know how to cook, right?
No,
you know, you gotta know
it's going to taste like shit.
Yeah, dude, had our first bow the other night.
Oh, word.
Because, you know, I've watched all the videos, but I was in California back when you were popping off but like, yeah, it was fire.
I mean, that was really fire.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Yeah,
First
you know,
bow.
it's funny. It's like I was always known for the bow, so I always wanted people to know me for like anything else.
Yeah.
But now as a 43-year-old, I'm just like, no, that is my shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
that is my shit.
I'm
the bow man.
Yeah. We already got mad. Let's go back to the gooning thing. We got mad. We got mad. What's it called? Submissions already because we put out this hit for this mag. And I just glanced at it, and like one of the first things I seen was some dude being like, "Yo, this is my story. It follows all the tenets of the Blast 2 tenets.
Yeah.
It's called The Greatest Gooner." I swear to God, I just glanced at it. I was like, "Man, read it again." Maybe it's good. Maybe it's good.
Yo, so what is this mag we starting?
Blast 2 is what it's called.
Okay,
we just put out the manifesto.
There was an old magazine in when was it?
It was 1914, and Wyndham Lewis started it. Right. And
so like when Joyce was going, James Joyce.
Yeah, he was like,
I sprained my neck. When you said, let's get back to gooning, I have to like stretch my neck out. Sorry, go ahead. Blast 2.
Yeah, but Wyndham Lewis was a painter and a writer, and he wrote a shit ton of novels, but he kind of fell out of fashion because he was like a fascist, right? And
Fair.
I mean, I don't know, like I haven't read much of.
Yeah, we don't even know that. Yeah, but
I mean, his paintings are sick, and one of his books that I read, I liked, but he had this magazine where he was publishing a bunch of modernist, and he had like paintings in there and shit. It was a sick
Yin and
magazine,
yang, bro. You
blast.
could be a fascist, but just something
Yeah,
good about
I mean, I'm not reading his political tracks. Like, I don't care about his, people do different stuff.
It's like Nas. You got to avoid a few Nas albums.
you can't-
There's a couple Nas albums you just got to forget about.
You're not gonna
No, but
agree
he was
with
publishing
everything.
all that crazy new shit back. You know what I'm saying? Back 100 years ago. So
No, it's basically just like trying to get the modernist energy back, like something new. Like,
the ambitious,
We need that. We need that. They're not publishing shit now if it doesn't check off all the boxes and hit the algorithm and you have a file. I'm like, that's not the way to choose writers.
But what happens too is it just becomes like a lack of. There's just no energy in.
There's no ambition.
It's the editors are. I mean, I really fuck with my editor at FSG, Ben Brooks, right? But I mean,
I like Sean over there too. Sean is ill.
Yeah, it's
big
in
homie Sean.
his umbrella that it's MCD, right? That's when my book's coming out. He's cool too. But I mean, those are editors with vision. They got some vision, right? I mean, a lot of editors don't got any vision. It's like they're doing what, saying, oh, what's happening over there? Let me try to get some of that, right? Let me try to. I'm going to chase the trends rather than, okay, I got real taste and this is what I want to put out, But energy.
Gion's
we need energy.
Gion's the last visionary. So
I mean, Sean really.
Going.
Did you know Tyrant or any of that?
I only know it through Sean because I was never like involved in the literary scene. I didn't know the happenings. Straight up and down, I learned to write from listening to rap music.
Yeah.
And then reading the Romantic Poets. I was really, I just like loved the story of the Romantic Poets and what they did. I mean, I love Bukowski.
Yeah.
There's like certain people, and Junot Diaz. I have to say, Junot Diaz really got me activated because I could see like, oh, this is what you can do with literature. But like, I was not ahead like you guys are, because I got rejected from every MFA program. Like I wanted to go and I wanted to learn, and like I got rejected because I had a felony. And probably also because other reasons too. But like, I've actually gotten much more into the literature scene because of Sean and like reading Otessa Mashvi, reading her Substack, and like my wife. Natashia actually is much more up on writers and novels than I am. So it's been a like last 5 years thing, but I obviously went backwards and read about GN and like, it's incredible.
But
that was some real energy. I mean, I know him through Sean too, like all that through Sean.
I mean, that's the 10th of the 10 tenets. 10th of the 10 commandments is you gotta be an idiot. You know what I'm saying?
That's in the manifesto.
You gotta be belligerent. You gotta be belligerent. Like you got it. So I don't want any. I want writing from people who didn't go to MFA, couldn't get in because he got a felony.
I mean, that's what I see. I see.
You're trying to still do literature. I did it from the outside. That archetype. Yeah.
I mean, that's like honestly what I see these like. Homeless dudes, and they got the stack of papers, and it's just that's what the book I want to read. Honestly, that's what I want. I want to read the damn scribbling,
madman shit. Yeah,
that's
I
what
do.
I really like
Lascaux Cave shit. Just brutal, wild, barbaric writing.
Like there was a dude who I mentioned in the manifesto. He was a janitor in Chicago. His name was Henry Darger, right? And he never didn't have no friends. He never talked to anybody. He'd go to work and then go home. And after he died, they found in his apartment like 15,000 pages of this novel he worked on his whole life and like illustrated it. It's just like an insane fucking novel. And that was it. He just worked on that in his little house, never fucking talked to anyone, and died. And that was his whole life.
And also, I really fuck with masked books because masked books, like the way they curate the books in there, I really like what they have up there. Like I found this book, Feast of Snakes, in there. Natashia found Call Me Brick in there. Like we be finding weird books we really like in masked.
Where's that?
Alphabet City, I think it's on like Avenue A
I know
over
that
there.
place. It's like got art books and shit around.
Yeah, but
okay.
they choose like certain novels that are like out of print, and it's great. Like I love going there. But Sean is really like, when you in high school you have like the DJ homie that just has mad records, and then you kind of learn going through his collection.
Yeah,
that's how it is for me with books.
I do be having a lot of books.
But I mean, that's good when the curate, like you go to some bookstore and you see the same. It's James on the table. It's Martyr, and it's just like, are we doing the same?
But that's
thing
that's a worthy mission to embark on. Like man's over here who are working on the 15,000 word book that no one reads.
Yeah.
Like that process of like reading and writing and being an autodidact and like and like writing something that's like with a vision without an immediate social benefit for it. I mean, that is better than like there is a calm and a value and a quiet to that that's better than, you know what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know. I didn't grow up with video games. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I couldn't watch. So, but gooning and playing video games, it's better. It's better for the culture. You know what I'm saying?
No,
you have more because it helps. It gives you a stronger sense of self.
Yeah.
And like,
But we're
also not even writers anymore. Now that we drop Blast 2, we like literacy like promoters.
Yeah,
you know
literacy.
Like,
we're literacy advocates.
We're literacy advocates.
Yeah, because some of the most
I'm
boring,
a literacy advocate.
The most boring shit happening in like movies, music, or books is like when someone just takes a popular structure and really like reads Joseph Campbell and it's like, I'm gonna just put a different face in there, and it's like, oh, it's the idiot, but like from the perspective of like an Antiguan immigrant, and I'm like, but it's the same book.
Yeah.
You just change the food and you change like the parents' patois, like that's not new literature. Like I really I wish people would seek to just share something original as opposed to be like, I want to be successful.
Yeah.
Therefore,
I will take a successful literary book and water it down with my own like false hologram identity I've been projecting everywhere.
Yeah, because there's multiple meanings to the Blast shit. Obviously, we redoing that modernist magazine, and that's why we calling it 2, like a mixtape, like
it's Blast 2.
You know what I'm saying?
Coke Boys 2. Coke Boys 2 was the best one.
Coke Boys 2. Yeah, exactly. But it's also just like the proverbial blast, like the scary thing, or even the horrific things that happen in the world or inside you, or the things you don't want to look at. It's like looking at those things and not creating a piece of writing that just calms you down, closes your eyes to all those gnarly things you don't want to look at. It's shit that looks at the blast everywhere.
I like
it.
What I'm like Vice magazine in his best era was like this, like provocative.
That's what Tyrant was like. You know what I'm saying? They got to take it off the printers because it's like they wouldn't publish it. Find a new printer.
But that's like,
it's opposite energy of a lot of the energy.
The goal, I think, is to get an avant-garde that speaks to the people, right? Yeah. Like Vice, I feel like was exactly like that. They did their own shit, they did it new, and it was people fucked with it.
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, because there's certain, a lot of the modernist shit was inaccessible and it was kind of closed off, but trying to find a balance between doing shit your new way, however you want to do it, esoterically or whatever, and still trying to communicate to people what it is. I think that's
not pretentious.
Ethic.
It's like, but
it's not pretentious.
We're
communicating. We're literacy.
You got to be out here.
Literacy advocates.
Yeah, you got to be outside.
Being the idiot that you are is truly so important.
Yeah,
like I would get feedback from critics, like at the New York Times or whatever, like, "Oh, Eddie acts like a buffoon." I was like, "I'm not acting. I am a buffoon.
Yeah,
I am a buffoon, bro." And they're like, "But you're smart and you can talk about politics." I'm like, "That doesn't mean I'm not a buffoon."
Yeah.
And to like.
Yeah, those things aren't separate.
Yeah. And like, I wanted people to know you can be a buffoon and smart. Because I think a lot of people were just like, well, because I'm a buffoon, I can't be smart. So I'm tuning out. And all I was trying to do is be like, yo, even if you are a buffoon, I know there's a dude in there. Because I'm a buffoon.
Well, I think that's like to be a good novelist, you got to be smart and an idiot. You can't be a good novelist without being an idiot.
That's what the end of the my damn New York Times. I hate that New York Times review of Fuckboy. It's at the end. It's like, well, honestly though, and I have the whole thing about with Lil B. You don't know whether or not he's an idiot. Like when you don't know whether or not the person's in on the joke, that creates a thing. I mean, that's exactly how people are with Fuckboy, right?
Yeah.
They don't know whether I'm self-aware.
I don't know why they care so much. They're always like, they review yours the same as mine.
That's the last
what
line.
do you care about? Like, I need to know that their politics are in line with mine. Shut the fuck up.
The last line's like, but then if you look at the end of the book, it's like, then you actually start to question whether or not he's really an idiot or not. Exactly, my bro. Exactly. I told you it in the book.
Yeah.
I said it. I talked about a different artwork, and I said this is what makes this artwork good.
Yeah.
Obviously talking about my own artwork.
Yeah.
And they didn't get it. You missed it, brother.
All that review was saying was just that they needed the writer to agree with them.
Right.
They needed to be able to agree. And I was like, I don't need to agree with the book.
Yeah, for sure.
That is weird to go in and be like, I need you to agree.
It shouldn't be like if you're picking up a book because you agree with it, then it's just like okay, you know already. You agree
already
with it.
agree.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you got?
Yeah.
What do you got to read it for?
I want to go read a book from someone tremendously fucked up and put me on to something
Yeah,
new. Like, all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't really agree, but I love your flow,
Yeah,
homie.
yeah. It should be a challenge, right? A book should be a challenge. That's what it's for. It's you're learning something. You're thinking in a different way.
I'm reading your piece, and I'm like, that definitely is not a garage for bikes, Harold.
My man's. Yo, that's the next tenant. You gotta sometimes think that a parking lot is a bike parking lot.
Yeah,
if you're not really thinking out here. You're not really.
Imagine if we reviewing it. Was he in on it?
Yeah.
Yo, did he know in the end that garage was not for bicycles?
We don't know.
Yeah, it's actually never solved. We don't know if you know. Fucking reviewers, man.
Oh man.
But
I'm excited for Blast. How can people get down?
they email Blast 2
Blast 2 Mag, Blast 2
and
Mag.
look on,
Email
it's on
Blast 2
Substack.
Mag on Substack.
Can we throw a party?
Yeah,
we
we
gotta
got
get
to.
the events
We
going.
need like
bruh.
dirtbag lit parties. Yeah. And the literature death match. We still need to do that.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that
yeah,
for
sure,
sure.
dude.
Definitely.
I gotta start training.
Wait,
Where are you training at?
Church Street Boxing Gym.
Oh, word.
You know
Downtown,
Church Street?
Wall Street?
Yeah.
I used to go with Nico over there. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah, I used to train with Santana in there, but I know Nico.
Yeah.
I think his family owns the gym.
Yeah,
and
he's
shit.
gone now. He was acting wild.
Yeah, I mean, he always been wild. He always been wild.
That bro got fired. Oh my god.
He used to train with him.
You gotta send that.
I didn't train. I would just party with him. And he'd come to Bauhaus and just wreck. That guy could eat like 30 bows, bro.
He's
would
a big
wreck
dude.
shop. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone. I actually just seen him the other day. I was at just some bodega and he walked in.
Yeah.
But he's I forget where he's living.
That's the funny thing too is like my favorite people, like my best friends I make in the gym.
Yeah.
And people would always be confused. Like in LA, especially, I would almost exclusively hang out with my homies in the boxing gym.
Yeah.
And it was like Goodwill Hunting where they're like, why does he hang out with these gorillas?
Yeah.
You know, like that was the actual quote from the film. And Robin Williams was like, because if anything happened, one of those guys would take a bat to your head.
Yeah.
And it was just like the camaraderie in a gym and the way you organically, like genuinely make friends to me is my favorite.
No,
you know, it's not like, what do you do? How much money do you make? It's like, yo, nice jab, son.
Yeah,
you really fucked his son up.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I love the boxing shit.
No, honestly, that's like doing something physical is the best way to get camaraderie. You know, you just like, you're sweating. You're being weak together, right? I'm struggling. But boxing, it's cool. I mean, you should come through the gym.
I'm coming now that you there. Like kitchens and boxing gyms, I make my best friends straight up and down. And parties, like DJs and shit like that. Like those are my places to meet you.
Yeah.
The club, the gym, the kitchen. Like my best friends. You know,
we gotta bring them all together for a blast.
Happen.
We need to do that.
We'll do it at the gym.
We should do it at the gym.
Yeah, I mean, I run a comedy show there and shit. We do events there.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, we could definitely do the blast too at the gym.
Got to.
Yo, we make some onigiri.
Yeah.
It's just the onigiri.
That's what I was trying to say. I was trying to say every culture got a damn type sandwich.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With the bao. And I was trying to throw onigiris in there and everyone shut me down at the table.
No, let's just do the onigiri party. I got Taiwanese rice balls.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. The grain meat pick-upable combo. That's the basic tenets of a sandwich, you know what I'm saying? Or a bao.
Are you nice with the onigiri, or we need to like bring someone in?
I mean,
can't do it.
I love it.
Nah, we had those little, we had the sushi rollers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
my mom is nice.
Bro, let's just make shit. You can make shitty sushi. I'll make Taiwanese rice balls. We just party in there.
Yeah, we gotta
have
a meal.
Blast 2. We need to do Blast 2 parties.
Yeah, it'd be a festival.
100%. Yeah.
I feel like that's my best way to contribute. I could write and throw parties.
A feast. Yeah.
Yeah.
A religious feast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it would be like that'd be fire.
I like it. Yo, you the new Martin Luther,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 95 DCs.
Yeah, real heretical. Yeah, real new. Yeah, it's a new heretical energy. You know what I'm saying? Coming through with that heretical energy.
Yeah,
let's start writing some dumb shit, man. This is gonna be mad
Blast
fun.
Blast2mag at Gmail.
Yeah, your Blast2mag
Send your unhinged stories.
All right, this has been great. Any last thoughts?
Nah,
Sean, you want to tell us what Amelia hates about you? Yeah, come on, bro.
Give us something good.
Show us what that mouth do.
I mean, I'm a homeless weirdo for life. No matter how much I try to dress it up, but you know what I'm saying. A good book. It's just a tough thing. It's a tough thing, you know.
A homeless weirdo?
Nah, yeah. I'm just a weirdo, dude. I have weird methods to create my works. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know if it's not, it's a little scary, but
it is true. That shit's cool though.
It takes a long time.
But living with you, I could see it. That is a good one. He gave a real answer here.
Nice.
I'm getting bullied over here on the damn pod, dude. I don't know about
the mad
this.
method.
This is bullying, bro.
Bullied. All right, we're gonna stop bullying Sean the pod. So, I thought that was a great Sean. I thought it was a great answer.
Thank you guys.
I thought it was a great answer. Yo, lovely time. Great time. No bullying. Stop bullying.
Yeah.